boys from the ghetto. We are not a forgotten people. Yo.
99.9 WEFM. WhatsApp us or call us at 457-9997. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
All right, so we are back with you for another segment of today's Activated Mornings program here on WEFM. And at this time, we are getting our commentary from Mr. Kingsley DeFreitas. So, Kingsley, good morning to you.
Yeah, such a good morning to you. I got to remember my name. My name is Kingsley DeFreitas and not Kingsley /Sugar Daddy because I'm not.
But are you Kingsley? Good morning, Kingsley. Miss House, you're real nice this morning. How are you?
Well, hey, I'm going to tell you something, right? I look at the commentary via the Facebook page. And you Sandra, and I was hearing the lady name?
Dianna.
I forget the name. Dianna. And I look at her with all purpose and she was, how should I look? She was full of flair and she liked pigeon topic this morning. And I get the impression that the sugar daddy topic just fever and she had to express the way she came over this morning. But I am not in any position to tell a woman whether she should have a sugar daddy or don't have a sugar daddy. Because I don't want nobody to feel that this is short because when you reach out to age as a man and you have a sugar daddy, you expect how to do certain things and I think you expect you to bring up like a cover for you whenever the time comes. But here's something now. I look at you guys all the time and I enjoy looking back at the video of the commentary from me and Pijan. Because when I look at you guys, I get a better picture of what I'm getting from you while I'm looking at you instead of listening to you. Mm. And I listened this morning and look at you, and it was so funny to see the amount of expression came from my other friends here. And I have to admit to you that I like both of you, but I am more in love with Miss Samuel because she has that kind of a robust kind of response to certain things. And I am attracted to that. But because I am not in a position to be a sugar daddy.
I was just but Kingsley. That wasn't what I wanted to hear after.
No, because I'm not in a position to fulfill somebody's desire that the other young lady speak about. Yes, you have to have some intention and things like that. But boy, I say to myself, boy, Pijan really understand how to deal with young people, must see how you should be a teacher. Mm. But I should just observe them from a distance because I just go out a window shopping because at my age, I can't afford to be a sugar daddy. I can't afford to take on a woman fully to manage her financially. So I like the topic, but it gets me to understand the thinking of my friend and the thinking of Miss Samuel. You are a bit confused in what to say and what people will think about what you are saying. But my other friend was clear. If anybody listen and they approach her, big time she got with it one time. You know? That's the position I came to. So I am saying to her, if somebody comes to you today and tell themselves as a sugar daddy, you have yourself to blame because you came over like I am available, and if you have all the ingredients that I'm looking for, you're my guy. And that's just my position. You don't have to agree with it. But I'm going to listen to you guys off here because I really enjoy the issue of women putting themselves out there to be a sugar daddy. But a sugar daddy comes with plenty of responsibility. So all the people what are they asked for, eh? And have a wonderful
Wait,
day.
now don't go yet, just yet. So Kingsley, a man in your position, right? Because you know plenty people. As we asked Pigeon, right? Do you have any recommendations? I mean, you don't have to say them on A, but you have recommendations?
No, none whatsoever.
None.
So
So wait. So the pool in Vinci is salt for younger persons and is also salt for the sugar daddies section.
no, I'll tell you something, right? When I look at your body language when you're making your commentary and response to Peter, I came to a conclusion, but you say I can't say it on air, so I won't say it on air. But while people listen, I hope they respond to your conclusion and what you say, and listen to my friend and respond to her. And they will tell you exactly what they're thinking. But for me, advice, please sugar daddy right to the leave them right to the have a wonderful day. Tomorrow.
You too. Have a good one, Kingsley. All right, so that was Kingsley with his take on the sugar daddy topic that was raised by Pigeon this morning, right? Dianna, girl, I think things salt all home.
Boy, it looking good, looking right.
We can't get recommendations from Pigeon. We can't get recommendations from Kingsley. Who we could get the recommendations
Somebody else
from?
will help us out. Come on, let's go.
And we're asking for friends, all right? We're not necessarily asking for ourselves, we're asking for friends, okay?
I mean,
so
we are helpful people.
we're sisterhood, we're looking out for each other. So yes.
That is it. We could end the session right there. That is it. Final word.
Oh Lord. But you know the interesting thing, I looked at this oh Lord, it looks sugar daddy calling. Dave.
Hello.
Turn down your radio.
You're all confusing me.
How so?
Yeah, there's about anything interesting. Roleza surprised me, man. They said they won't trust. They said I didn't say trust no shadow. But that's the one you live in. And if it reached the point where you think time is running out on you, I don't know. I don't want to give you any advice, I mean, because the next thing something happens to you and they blame me or they say that boy Dave Roberts is not fellow. Who tells you what to do? You have your own mind, and just like Dianna has her own mind and so on. But I'll tell you something. They say what? Out of evil cometh good. I believe if you can get the right person through that means, right? But it must be somebody you must have been observing, monitoring for a long time. So, and you know his ways and all of that. But for sugar daddy, I get the impression that for sugar daddy or sugar daddies, the man always is a man who could always fit the bill, who could always pay the bill, and that goes. Hollywood trying to make a distinction between the young girls and so on, who hotty, and that sort of thing. So I don't know. Maybe you may have to turn hotty too as well. I don't know if you're thinking about. I don't know if you're thinking that way, because as you rightly said, it's a disease with men, if I could use that word. They always love to be turned on by the strings and all, the nude and that sort of thing. The more you can expose certain, and some women know how to set up these things to catch a man. I mean, I must say, as a man, or when I was a man, let me put it that way.
When you were a younger man, Dave, oh gosh.
That's right, yeah. It would excite me. It would, I say, wow, you thirst, you get thirsty right away. Like you want something to drink or eat, because of what is revealing, So that it's all nature of mankind. What on both sides. A woman go for certain things they love. and they'll come up to you. I have had all that experience and tell you certain things or whisper something in your ear, give you some sign, you know, and that sort of thing. Anyhow, interesting. Good to hear you expressing yourself. I wonder what's going through my girl mind there. Your co-pilot there. I wonder what's going through. I wonder what's going through her mind. She must be reflecting on her past too as well, because you know, she gave a little testimony some time ago. I didn't really take her up on it, but after 6 years of her life and what's not, I remember the number 6.
Do you remember? Good boy.
I don't know how much she has lost, you know, during the course of time. So she will have a lot to catch up on, or she's just waiting for the right moment. Have a good day.
Bye, Dave. All right, so we have somebody else on the line. Morning, Kojo.
Well, you know, I always go the opposite way, right?
Hello, here.
So while we talking about sugar daddies, they have a lot of cougars outside. So the older man can't get the woman of his age, because the older woman looking for some young man too. So the older man have to go and pick. He has to pick from what is left.
So you know what the problem is that creates now? Who do young people date? Because young people not being able to date each other, then that's where you're going to come down to.
And that could be a problem. So it's not just any man side. Everybody saying man. Whoa. You have the cougars too. The woman who make the money, independent woman like someone, you know, they're independent all their life, they make their money, then they find themselves lonely in the house by themselves. Have to find somebody to keep the company when they a lot of people think this sugar or sugar daddy thing is all just something. When you reach a certain age in your life, you need company. And sometimes if you don't make yourself ready for that company late in your life, you have to pay for it. It's simple.
Sure.
So it's not all because the man wants this hot girl or hot girl. He wants someone to keep his company, you know. And a lot of the times he can't find somebody of his age, because most people of his age are either in a relationship already. You know what I mean? They're in a relationship, so they're not going to leave that relationship at that age, and so he has to look outside of his age group. And the only thing outside of his age group is looking down, not looking up.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, so it's not all money sometimes, you know. I mean, because he has the money, he might be able to attract a lady of a younger age. But in his mind, it's mostly for company. I will assume this, you know, because you know, when you reach a certain age, you don't really looking for all that trimmings that you did when you were young. You're looking for company. You're looking for companionship. You know, and if you didn't prepare yourself, you have to pay.
All right, thanks, Kojo.
All right.
All right, so that is the interesting thing with this topic. I suppose it comes down to the point that persons are in their life and the expectations that they have of a partner, right? Because maybe let's say when you're in I've heard some men say that it's difficult for them to find women. They prefer to date older women because older women are a little bit more settled. They're a bit more mature. They know what it is that they want. Whereas the young girls, all they want to do is party, have nice time, and that sort of thing. You know, so I suppose it does depend on where you are in your life and what it is that you're hoping to get out of a partner, or what you're hoping to get out of the relationship. So.
To some extent, I guess. So yeah, one of the things though, for Kojo mentioned some of these cougars, and we were talking about the sugar daddies and the fact that some of them just want companionship, and that's one of the fact that they have money is one of the reasons why the younger people would go to them. But some of these young people, they have their cougars and their sugar daddies, and they finance their boyfriends and their girlfriends from their cougars and their sugar daddies. Okay,
But you know,
So-
and you know, there are some men who have no problem with that.
yeah,
They're saying, yeah, go and get the money from the sweet man, and both of us could go and have nice time. So, you know, if you find yourself in a cougar or sugar daddy situation, the money might not just be stopping with the person who you're giving it to.
Mhm.
But another thing, and it came up from both Dave and Kojo, because I looked at several documentaries with this sort of escort service that they have internationally. Well, maybe we have it here, we just don't call it under that, right?
Mhm.
But sometimes all people want when they get older is companionship,
Mhm.
right? They just want to be able to sit down, have a conversation with these
Yeah.
individuals, just to be able to spend time. Nothing sexual involved, right? If that's the case, maybe I could think about it,
Sounds
all right? 'Cause
wonderful.
I could yap and I could talk about many different things,
get
all right?
paid for it.
And get paid for it. And food, we'll get food out of it too. We go to a nice restaurant and that kind of thing, right?
Look at me.
So
Posting on my status.
if that's the type that P-John is talking about, then yeah, maybe I'm okay with that. All right. But anything else, touch me and I will scream. Okay? Touch me and I will scream. All right. So with that, we are heading out of this segment at this time. Just a note that in about 4 minutes' time, we'll be conducting an interview with the Ministry of National Mobilization in relation to Child Month. All right. So you want to stay tuned for that. Our time here in SVJ is 8:01, and our time check came to you with the compliments of New Haven Funeral